What's up, YouTube? Samuel here, blessed with another day of life, and blessed and fortunate to be able to make this video. So let's get into it. Today what I'd like to talk about is like a kind of, I want to piggyback off of what Eddie was talking about in his last video, which is being on point, going straight, and not being any degrees off on your goals. Because if you're at least a degree off, or if you're doing something sideways, you're not gonna make it to your destination. Even 1 degree off in a plane will get you at the wrong destination. And that's what I want to talk about. So not going sideways and all that. But yesterday I was running 5 miles, and I had a goal, and my goal was to hit 5 miles in 45 minutes. So I'm running my 5 miles, and I'm running at a certain speed, and in order to obtain my goal of hitting my 5 miles within the time frame that I want, I need to stay at a certain pace. And I feel like you guys are getting what I'm trying to get to right here. What it is that in order to hit your goal, you also need to be going at a reasonable speed within the timeline that you're doing your goal in. For example, me running, if I were to run my 5 miles at 5 miles an hour, I wouldn't have got there on time. I would have ran under expectation. If I would have ran once every month in a year, I wouldn't be ready to run my 5 miles at a certain speed if the way I trained wasn't reflective of the goals that I had set. And that's what this video is about. It's not just about going straight, but it's also about working within that time frame with due speed and with due work. So yeah, that's the thing. What everything that we do in life is time sensitive, because life is linear, and life is linear. It's linear in one direction, and it doesn't stop, and it doesn't go backwards, and it just keeps ticking, and we don't control it. So the thing is, say maybe you want to do something within a year or a couple years. If you're not running at a certain pace, handling certain obligations or duties within that time frame, you're not gonna get to your destinations, and you're gonna get stuck somewhere. And you could be stuck for 20, 30, 40 years, maybe even your whole life, stuck and wondering why you're stuck, and thinking, I'm getting older, your hair is getting gray, things are changing all around you, your body's telling you you're getting older, but what results are actually there? What results that you can control are actually becoming visibly successful? And that's the thing. When I was running those 5 miles, I was telling myself, if I want to run 5 miles in 40 minutes next month or next year, I need to run every day, and maybe strap some weights on me, and put a sweater on, and some straps on my waist, and just go hard. Run maybe 6 miles, or maybe overtrain and put ice on my legs or something. But that's the thing. In order to reach the goals that we have, we can't sell ourselves short. We can't undertrain. We need to train hard, and we need to train consistently. Say you run every day for a week, and the day before you're gonna run, you go to Hometown Buffet and just eat like crazy. That's another thing you can't do. You can't take days, like, you can't take too much time off and go, that's something that's so counter and just defeat the whole purpose of whatever you were training for as well. You came so high up, you went so far, and then you just fell all the way off. So you need to be consistent in every aspect of your training. And if you do fall a certain direction so that you don't just fall all the way down. So that's another thing though. We really need to work on that. Everybody does. Because yeah, life is linear and goals don't set themselves and goals don't be accomplish themselves. So we really need to be conscious of that. And we need to run at a certain pace with whatever we do in life, with whatever our goals are. And it was sad because another example I want to give is that I'm not that smart. I'm not the smartest guy in my class. And my class is as well. But my grades are much better than most of the students. And I was doing a test and I got an A on it. This professor is really hard. Most people got C's and D's on this test. Most people failed. And you could see that people failed because when they were done with the test, they just left the class and with a really smug look, or not smug, I would say maybe disappointed look on their face. One of the smartest guys who answers all the questions in class, the professor asked him, "Is there something wrong?" He goes, "Or is there something I could do for you?" And he goes, "Yeah, you could give me maybe 30% higher on my grade." Or he was like, "Was that not the grade you were expecting?" He goes, "Yeah, I was expecting it to be 30% higher." So saying that he got a C or something. And I was just so excited and happy and blessed because I got an A. And I'm not trying to sound myself short. I'm not trying to say I'm dumb or anything, but I'm saying I'm realizing what it is. I'm not the smartest guy, but I am diligent and I do run at a certain pace and I run at a certain angle that will get me there on time. And that's what I did in this class. I studied every day. I paid attention, took 10 pages of notes, while the other people I saw and I looked around when the notes were being taken, they were on their phones. They were texting, they were on social media, and I was just like, I asked the person, "So how did you do on your test?" "Oh, I did so bad." And then I'm looking at them and they're on social media. It's like, don't even pretend like you care about what you just got, because you really don't. And it's sad to see that so many people are doing so bad but they don't care. And what happens when the anxiety comes, or when they see somebody successful, they look at them and they look at them kind of smilefully or resentfully. They look at them and they're like, "Man, that guy's lucky," or "Man, that guy or that person is successful because he's naturally gifted or something." But no, in reality, your potential being so much smarter than someone else, you could be way, 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 way better off. But you don't run linear and you don't run setting goals and paces to what you want. Your priorities are off. And that's the thing. If you're running at the wrong pace, that's what's gonna happen. But if you're running at the wrong direction, that's what's gonna happen. So that's why what Eddie was saying was so powerful and so deep, because they're so smart, but they're running all over the place, blind leading the blind. And that's a dangerous thing. It's very dangerous. And that's why I really thought it was so deep that Eddie said that. Because first thing you got to do is get on track. The second thing you got to do, you got to run at a fast speed, because that's the way life is. And there's a cool story about that too, about this rabbit that's racing a turtle. Rabbit talks to everybody, turtle just goes straight. Even though the turtle's slow, he makes the race and he wins. And the rabbit, he loses. And that's the thing is in life, that we gotta do it. We just gotta do both. We gotta train ourselves straight, and we gotta train ourselves at the right pace. We can't be too slow on ourselves. We can't be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow." And there's even a Bible story about that. There's a wedding, and in the wedding, there's people who don't bring enough candles and stuff. Anyways, they get to the wedding too late, and the doors are already closed, and they didn't make it to their own wedding. So that being said, work hard, work diligently, and also be on track. Don't be distracted with all these things. With that being said, God bless. like and subscribe to me and Eddie. Bye.